morning, Palmer Ridge. I'm Grace Guerin.
And I'm Bill Jones. Thanks for tuning in to our show this week. We hope you had a good spring break. Here's the news you missed.
While it may be warm down here, Pikes Peak always has a little snow. Bennett rode up Pikes Peak Cog Railway.
Being residents of Colorado gives us many excellent opportunities, like being able to go outside and explore the mountains we have at our doorstep. A couple of weeks ago, I went down to Manitou Springs and rode the Cog Railway up to the top of Pikes Peak.
The Cog Railway was built in the late 1800s by Zaman Simmons, who sought for an easier means to reach the top of America's favorite mountain rather than riding a mule, so that tourists of all kinds could experience the majesty that is the mountains.
I really enjoy the ride up. They give you all sorts of interesting facts about Pikes Peak in Colorado. But then also at the top, it's a super beautiful view. You can see for miles. There's a fun gift shop and everything you really want.
A trip to the top of Pikes Peak always makes for a fun day, whether you're driving or hiking. But the Cog Railway offers a one-of-a-kind train ride to the peak of Pikes. For Ridgeline, this is Bennett Monson.
Thanks, Bennett. The Cog Railway is a neat way to summit one of Colorado's highest peaks.
Although our grades are easily accessible online, sometimes it's good for our parents to meet up with Palmer Ridge teachers.
Right now, the gym is mostly empty, but a couple days ago, the school held its spring parent-teacher conferences where students and parents talk about their students' success and struggles. The night of March 8th was very important to teachers and parents. On this night, parents met with their child's instructor and talked about grades and what goes on in the classroom.
I think conferences are nice from the standpoint of you really can kind of have a back and forth conversation a little bit easier about how to help a kid. Sometimes email is the quickest and easiest way.
If you missed conferences this year, try not to miss them next year. From Ridgeline, this is Caleb Zook.
It's good to see the involvement that our teachers show. Thanks, Caleb.
Our buses run every day, but it's a much more complex operation than we think. Here's Bill showing us what it takes to keep our buses running.
While it may be easy to take for granted the ride from home to school and back, it takes a lot to make those bus routes happen. Many Palmer Ridge students start and end their day with a ride on the bus, but few know what it takes to keep those buses running. Our buses are all kept at the District 38 bus barn, where the buses are cleaned and maintained. To achieve their license, our drivers must complete rigorous written and driving tests, ensuring the safety of our students. The buses themselves are very complex and take a lot of practice to master.
In the driver's seat area, the driver of course has all of these controls, which is an air brake, and because of that, which an air brake you release by pushing it in, and then as you can feel the bus move a little bit, pop it out. That requires taking a written test just to run a vehicle that has air brakes, as well as a performance test, just like a truck driver would take.
Next time you get on the bus, thank your driver for the hard work they've put into transporting you. For Ridgeline, this is Bill Jones.
Thanks for that, Bill. Now we know that our district puts a lot into our transportation.
Before we get to the weather, let's take a quick pause for the perfect crime.
Inheriting $36 million, but a cat inherits it instead. 2 weekends ago, the Bare Necessity Theater Company was back at it again with an entertaining show. But this time, they are debuting Todd Wallinger's new play, A Perfect Crime, about a rich man who dies and all his 4 children gather to see who inherits the money from his will. But they are stunned when the father's cat, Wiggles, inherits it instead.
I think that it was such a cool experience to be a part of, considering that this is the first time that it's being shown, and so we really got to know the author. It was really cool to develop the plot line and take these characters that had never been done before and bring them to life.
Run by a talented cast and a great crew, The Perfect Crime sure blew the audience away. For Ridgeline, this is Grace Guerin.
Thanks, Grace, and thanks Bare Necessity Theater Company for putting on another amazing show.
Before we leave you this week, here's Brinkley with an amazing Palmer Ridge student.
Good morning, Bears. I'm Brinkley, your weather woman, and I hope y'all had an awesome spring break. Well, Bears, since I recorded the weather before spring break, I can't exactly give you an accurate weather report. But I do have a special guest, one of our own Bears who has made a special accomplishment. Carson Blem is a part of the Special Olympics. The Special Olympics are a global competition modeled on the Olympics, where all athletes are welcome, regardless of their ability or disability. Carson has won many medals, but in the most recent competition, he won both a gold and silver medal. So Carson, what was it like to ski in the race?
It was fun. They're also nervous during the race.
I get that. It must have been super nerve-wracking. Carson, how long have you been skiing?
Since I was 4.
That's a super long time. Well, Carson, thank you so much. Bears, that's all I have for you today. Whether you like it or not, that's this week's forecast. Back to y'all in the studio.
Thanks, Brinkley, and good luck with your future athletic career, Carson.
And that's what we have for you. Hopefully you're ready for the week ahead. Tune in next time for more news on the Ridge.